Hey, Dodgers fans! Today we are diving deep into the latest buzz around one of the biggest names on the free agent market, Kyle Tucker, and how the Los Angeles Dodgers might be positioning themselves to make a significant splash. Over the past 24 hours, the news cycle has been relentless. Earlier today, Pete Alonso officially signed with the Baltimore Orioles, taking a major offensive talent off the board. While Alonso was a notable acquisition, he doesn't quite match the impact Kyle Tucker could have, leaving Tucker as arguably the top free agent still available. Just yesterday, Kyle Schwarber committed to the Philadelphia Phillies on a 5-year, $150 million deal, which only further cements Tucker's standing as the most sought-after player left. With Edwin Diaz already joining the Dodgers, the landscape of potential moves is shifting rapidly, and the Dodgers are in an intriguing position. The market for Kyle Tucker is evolving in ways that might not fully align with his expectations. Recent reports suggest that some of the top teams Tucker could have considered maybe limiting their offers either in total years or in guaranteed money. Cody Bellinger, for example, is reportedly leaning toward a return to New York, which indirectly affects Tucker's leverage and the competition for his services. For the Dodgers, this opens up the opportunity to structure a deal that meets their approach, shorter term but higher average annual value. Essentially, if Tucker is willing to prioritize a larger annual salary over long-term security, the Dodgers could offer a compelling proposition. This approach mirrors some of the strategies we've seen in past MLB negotiations. For instance, Alex Bregman's 3-year deal with the Boston Red Sox included an average of $40 million per year, but much of it was deferred, and he retained opt-out clauses that allowed him flexibility after each season. Kyle Tucker could be looking at a similar structure, where he secures a significant yearly salary while keeping options open to maximize future earnings. According to recent reports from The Athletic, the Dodgers are indeed aiming for a contract that emphasizes higher annual value with potential opt-outs, even possibly after the first season. This strategy gives them the chance to acquire a top-tier talent without overcommitting in terms of years, which is especially important as they plan for the future while maintaining flexibility under the luxury tax thresholds. Considering the Dodgers' track record, they have shown they are willing to invest heavily in key players. Edwin Diaz's recent deal highlights this, with a 3-year, $69 million contract that included deferrals to manage the immediate luxury tax impact. For Tucker, a similar approach could make a short-term, high-value deal attractive for both sides. The Dodgers would be getting one of the league's premier talents, and Tucker would be securing a significant salary while still maintaining the possibility of opting out to pursue a longer-term arrangement if desired. The balance here is delicate, though. Dodgers executives, led by Andrew Friedman, have to weigh the potential impact of adding Tucker against the risks of committing large sums over multiple seasons. For Kyle Tucker, this moment is pivotal. He is nearing 30 and is naturally seeking a contract that could be the pinnacle of his earnings. While he could bet on himself with a shorter-term deal, there is also risk. Injuries, fluctuations in performance, or changes in the market could all affect his long-term prospects. A 3- or 4-year deal with an elevated average annual value could provide immediate financial reward while still leaving room to maneuver in the future. The Dodgers, on the other hand, are laser-focused on building a team capable of repeating as World Series champions. They are looking at the present as much as the future, aiming to maximize their roster's impact right now. Adding Tucker, even for a limited term, could dramatically enhance their offensive capabilities and depth, complementing the talent already in place. Beyond the financial and contractual nuances, the strategic implications are huge. The Dodgers are not just looking to maintain competitiveness, they're seeking to dominate. With Tucker, they had a player who can change the dynamic of a lineup, provide power, and deliver consistency in the clutch. Paired with the likes of Edwin Diaz on the pitching side, the team is positioned to compete at the highest level immediately. This is about building a roster that can go beyond a single season of success and possibly make history. Winning back-to-back championships is rare, but creating the conditions for a sustained run is the ultimate goal. If Tucker joins, The Dodgers could be looking at a team capable of not just repeating, but challenging historical benchmarks that few franchises have ever approached. Of course, all of this hinges on negotiations. The Dodgers can offer a top-of-market annual value, but the length of the deal is negotiable. Tucker may want the security of a long-term contract, while the Dodgers aim to maintain flexibility and manage future payroll commitments. It's a negotiation of leverage, timing, and risk. Even with the most enticing short-term offer, Tucker could choose to wait, betting on his continued performance to secure a bigger, longer deal elsewhere. For the Dodgers, patience and strategic structuring are key. They must determine if the immediate gain of adding Tucker outweighs potential future constraints and risks. The decision is multifaceted. Financial considerations, team chemistry, championship potential, and long-term planning all intersect in what could be one of the most significant free agent decisions in recent memory. The conversation around Tucker's market value is intense. According to some analytics platforms, his projected average annual value could hit $40 million, assuming a decade-long deal. However, if the Dodgers structure a 3 to 4 year contract, that figure could rise significantly for the short term, potentially reaching $50 million per year with smart deferrals to manage the luxury tax implications. This kind of structure allows the Dodgers to remain competitive while giving Tucker an impressive annual payout. It's a delicate balancing act, but one that could prove mutually beneficial. Fans are naturally excited about the possibilities. Adding Tucker, even on a 3-year term, would send a strong message about the Dodgers' intent to win now, while remaining strategic about the future. From a team-building perspective, the Dodgers are calculating every angle. They must consider roster composition, payroll flexibility, and the ability to maintain championship-level performance across multiple seasons. Tucker represents a unique opportunity, an elite talent who can elevate the lineup, create matchup problems for opponents, and contribute immediately. The Dodgers front office is likely weighing the potential impact of bringing in Tucker against the opportunity cost of using significant resources on a shorter-term commitment. Each option comes with risks and rewards, but the upside of securing Tucker for even a limited window could be transformative. At the same time, this is also a moment for fans to imagine the possibilities. Visualize a Dodgers roster bolstered by Tucker's presence, a lineup capable of producing runs consistently, and a pitching staff anchored by Diaz. This combination could create one of the most balanced, dominant teams in recent memory, capable of not only contending for the World Series this year, but potentially making a run that few teams have achieved historically. The excitement is palpable, and the conversation is far from over. Tucker's decision, the Dodgers' strategy, and the unfolding free agent market are all converging to create a compelling narrative for the team's immediate and near-future prospects. As we continue to explore the Dodgers' potential pursuit of Kyle Tucker, it becomes clear that this isn't just about acquiring another star player. It's about creating a team built to contend at the absolute highest level for the next few seasons. The Dodgers have already established themselves as a powerhouse, with a roster loaded with talent capable of competing deep into October. And adding someone of Tucker's caliber could be the catalyst that turns a championship-caliber team into a historic dynasty. When considering Tucker, the conversation extends beyond numbers and contracts. It touches on timing, opportunity, and strategic alignment with the Dodgers' vision. One of the most intriguing aspects of this situation is the balance between the short-term and long-term impact. Tucker, approaching 30, is entering a phase of his career where securing financial stability is likely a top priority. Meanwhile, the Dodgers are focused on immediate success, aiming to capitalize on a window where their roster is primed for another championship run. This alignment of interest creates both an opportunity and a tension point. A shorter-term deal with a high average annual value satisfies Tucker financially, while giving the Dodgers the flexibility to continue building around their core without long-term payroll restrictions. Yet, it's a delicate negotiation because both sides are weighing risk differently. For Tucker, the risk is injury or a decline in performance. For the Dodgers, the risk is allocating significant resources for a limited duration without certainty of a long-term commitment. Another layer to consider is the historical context. The Dodgers are attempting to achieve something incredibly rare in Major League Baseball. Back-to-back championships are difficult enough, but sustaining that success across multiple seasons places additional pressure on the front office to make smart, calculated decisions. By adding Tucker, they would not only strengthen their lineup, but also send a clear signal to competitors that they are unwilling to settle, that they intend to remain dominant in the league. This is where the Dodgers' reputation as strategic innovators comes into play. They've demonstrated a willingness to invest heavily in elite talent while also managing contracts and a luxury tax creatively, as seen with Edwin Diaz. Tucker's potential contract could follow a similar structure, offering immediate high value while mitigating long-term financial exposure. From a tactical perspective, Tucker's addition would reshape how opposing teams approach the Dodgers. Pitchers would have to navigate a lineup that's deeper, more versatile, and more dynamic, with multiple power threats capable of changing the outcome of the game in a single at-bat. Pair that with a pitching staff anchored by veterans and elite arms, and the Dodgers could effectively control games from both sides of the ball. This type of strategic advantage is precisely why adding a player like Tucker, even for a limited term, is worth serious consideration. It's not just about stats or highlights. It's about building a roster capable of executing at the highest level in high-pressure situations, particularly in the postseason. Financially, the Dodgers have a blueprint for success. Using deferred payments and structured contracts, they can manage the immediate luxury tax implications while still offering players competitive salaries. Tucker, with a potential 3- or 4-year deal including an opt-out clause, could benefit from one of the highest average annual values in baseball, while the Dodgers maintain flexibility. This arrangement allows the team to secure elite talent without overcommitting, a key factor in sustaining competitiveness. Additionally, it creates a scenario where Tucker can maximize his earnings while retaining the freedom to negotiate a longer-term contract in the future if desired. The Dodgers' approach also reflects a broader understanding of the free agent market. By targeting a high-value, short-term deal, they position themselves to acquire top-tier talent without overextending, which is particularly important given the potential for future labor disputes, player association changes, or a lockout that could disrupt long-term plans. In essence, they are balancing immediate needs with future uncertainty, and Tucker represents an ideal player to fit within this strategy. The combination of his skill set, market timing, and the Dodgers' willingness to structure creative contracts makes this one of the most fascinating potential moves in recent MLB history. Fans are naturally drawn to the excitement of acquiring a marquee player, but it's also important to recognize the nuance of the decision-making process. The Dodgers are weighing not just talent, but fit, timing, and financial prudence. Tucker's contract could include performance incentives, deferrals, or opt-outs that make the deal advantageous for both sides. In the context of a roster that has already won consecutive World Series titles, adding Tucker might be the final piece that transforms the team into a historical contender, with the potential to achieve what few franchises have ever done: sustained dominance over multiple seasons. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Whispers are swirling around Chavez Ravine after the Dodgers reportedly secured the headline-making arrival of Vladimir Guerrero Jr., a move that has already ignited a wave of speculation across the league. Though no official numbers or long-term implications have been revealed, the mere presence of Guerrero Jr. in Los Angeles is enough to send shockwaves through clubhouses and front offices alike. Word around the clubhouse is that his first appearances in Dodger blue have been nothing short of electric, with teammates quietly remarking on the immediate lift in the batting cages and the unmistakable buzz in practice sessions. Observers close to the organization say the Dodgers have been eyeing a power infusion, and Guerrero Jr.'s reputation as a generational hitter has made him the centerpiece of countless back-channel conversations. Now, with his bat theoretically slotted into the heart of the order, insiders are already trying to imagine what opposing pitchers must be thinking. Some scouts are even suggesting that his presence could change the way teams pitch to the entire Los Angeles lineup, forcing adjustments before the first pitch is even thrown. Rumor has it that coaches were stunned by the sound off his bat during early workouts, described by one unnamed staffer as a different kind of thunder. There's also talk that Guerrero Jr. has arrived with a renewed edge, eager to prove himself in a market known for its bright lights and unforgiving expectations. While nothing has been said publicly, it's clear from the hushed conversations that the Dodgers believe they've just added a game-changing force capable of shifting the balance of power in the league. Fans gathering outside the stadium have already begun crafting their own narratives, imagining towering home runs cutting through the evening air and Guerrero Jr. anchoring the middle of one of baseball's most intimidating lineups. If the murmurs echoing through Los Angeles are any indication, this is a move that could redefine the team's offensive identity, even if the full story has yet to unfold. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.